Okay, here we're back in Legend Heroes Trails to Azure, and before we kick things off, I should explain something. For those unaware, this will probably be going up within the week after the release date of Revelry. And ideally, like right now, I should be playing Revelry instead, but if you haven't heard, NAS completely bungled everything. So, as a result, I don't know when that thing's going to ever get on this channel, but just be aware that is a thing. And if you're wondering how NAS bungled everything, they decided to update their store like the week before, and then they sent out emails asking for people to confirm details and crap like that, and since the update went through, well, no one could log in to my knowledge. So you couldn't even log in to confirm details, and I wasn't even able to get in until release day. So I have no idea when they're going to send it. I refuse to pay for expedited shipping or anything like that. I'm a cheapskate after all, so... yeah, I don't know what it is, but every single gaming company has bungled their dealing of collector's games recently that I know of. So at the end of 2022, you had the whole Xenoblade Chronicles 3 thing where it was up for grabs for maybe an hour, and then I guess some people got their orders canceled for one reason or another, and then those immediately sold out, so the people who may have had an issue with their credit card or something ended up losing out and being able to get said collector's edition. And then Square Enix recently pulled the exact same thing with Star Ocean 2, where theirs was up for grabs for maybe an hour, maybe not even that, so... yeah, it's getting really, really disappointing, and the thing is, like, physical games are getting so much harder to find. The store where I picked up a lot of my old stuff out of bargain bins, the last time I looked, had maybe 8 different video games between all the different systems. The only place that's near me that actually carries stuff is Target, and they're under fire for other things going on right now, so... yeah, it's just becoming a really, really sucky time for physical video games. And I should ask about this. I don't know how many people are actually interested in me putting up what I pick up during a month, because if you notice, I only upload like 12 or somewhere between 12 to 14 different games a year. And the reason why this is significant is I'm still stockpiling stuff behind the scenes, off camera, however you want to think about it. Because you may notice I do a retro game every now and then, which I aim to do for Halloween. We'll see if I'm able to do it. Significance in this, though, if you're wondering, is with physical games getting so much harder to get, I'm trying to stockpile some of the older games that I may not have gotten. And I'm kind of preparing for the day when there's simply no more physical stuff. Put in context for you, with the exception of Sentinels of the Multiverse, Earth Prime, or whatever that game is called, that I still haven't even gotten back to yet. I don't know how long it's been since I bought a PC game. Like, Steam has just been really disappointing lately, and I extend this to all digital storefronts, even some of the consoles included, that like, their deals aren't deals. The summer sale is going on as I'm recording this, and there's nothing there that I want. Like, there are games I'm interested in, but their sale price during the summer sale it's a joke. Like, there's gonna be times later on this year where I'm gonna find the exact same game, possibly even a physical version on console or something, cheaper than it is during this sale. And, like, the whole digital push just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How to even begin? Like, I've been telling people I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna stockpile all my physical stuff, and when they make the whole all-digital future, that's when I just tap out and sit around playing my old physical games until they can't be played anymore. But yeah, that is a nice little 5-minute rant to begin this, and then try to explain things while I'm probably in a crappy mood, so expect me to take it out on the monsters here, like I sometimes do. And, well, why you're not seeing Revelry, and I don't know when you'll get a chance to see it. Okay, I do have cat food for it, but I don't remember what cat food gets you. You get this from failed cooking. We'll do it and see what happens. HP 1 in predicting. That's actually not a bad trade. So yeah, we are now going to do the day 2 patrol. That reminds me, I did pick up stuff. Oh, this jukebox right there. Did I already do it at the end of the previous video, perhaps? Does this look alright? May I come in, Elie? Lloyd? Yes, you may. Is it time for us to leave soon? Just about. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Everyone's still getting ready, though, so don't feel like you have to rush. Oh, I see you've added some new decor to your room. It all kind of happened on its own, really. I've been trying to cut down on clutter by taking my old books and such with me on my trips home, too. Still, this is way more put together than my place. Sure, you may have more stuff, but it perfectly complements your room. Oh, hey, is that a music box? Yes, it is. It's a Revelt company brand antique I found at Noel's shop, so if you don't remember, Revelt is Claire's last name from Cold Steel. The tune it plays brought up so many old memories I purchased it right then and there. Would you like to listen for a bit? Sure, I can't say I'm not curious. Whereabouts of light? Has such a nice soothing tone, doesn't it? Revelt Company is better known as an Airbonia-based instrument manufacturer, but their music boxes are quite popular as well. I used to own a much smaller one that played this exact same song when I was a little girl. Brought it with me while studying abroad, and I ended up losing it. I see. It could have been a memento from her parents. I had given up on replacing it since they were no longer in production, so I was practically beside myself when I found what. Yeah, that's not translated very well at all. So I was practically beside myself when I found out Imelda had one in stock. They have a redundant I was, for some reason. They may have had a different line there in the beginning, like, you can imagine how shocked I was when I discovered yada yada, but they went for like 2 different lines that merged into one. I can only imagine. You never really know what you might find in there, huh? So I've discovered. Now then, shall we leave, Lloyd? Sounds good. So Ellie's all done. If we go to the records real quick. Whew, okay, she's wow, he's close too. So yeah, I definitely need to spend more time with Noel, Tio, and Wazy. Let's peek at nothing for Tio. This spot looks good. New decoration was added, but this also completes her set, so we get the scene. I think that just about does it. Do you have a minute, Noel? Lloyd, yeah, come on in. Is it time to go? Just about. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Everyone's still getting ready, though, so don't feel like you have to rush. Were you writing over there? Official paperwork? Yeah, it's just one of my duties as a temporary transfer. I have to send Commander Bales a report each week. Keep up the good work. Wow, seems like your room isn't so bare bones anymore, huh? You've got a bike here now, and is that a pair of racing flags on the wall? Oh, you recognize them? Sure, I did live in Calvert for 2 years. Now that I think about it, I saw a lot more bicycles there than I do here. As for the flags, they have horrible car races over there too, don't they? Exactly. My late father was especially fond of those, actually. Back when I was a kid, he bought us some train tickets and took me on a trip to see a race. He was always busy with the CGF, so we only ever went that one time. I see. So is he the reason why you love cars so much? I'm that obvious, huh? I'd love to watch another race next time I get a vacation off work. No telling when that'll be, though, if ever. I hear you there. Though I get the sense you prefer to be behind the wheel instead of in the stands. Changing the subject a bit. If there are any bicycle models you'd recommend, I'd love to hear about them sometime. Oh? Back when I lived in Calvert, I had this friend who was something of a biker. Definitely stoked some interest in me. So I think we can go for a ride together on one of our days off. What do you say? So, the confusing part here is word choice. Biker. That usually conveys, like, motorbike, dirt bike, that type of thing. Compared to someone who uses a pedal bike, who's usually referred to as a cyclist. So, was Lloyd part of a biker gang, or does he not know the word cyclist? Sounds great. Bikes do a lot more than just get you from point A to point B. They're good for a workout, handy in a pinch, and most importantly, fun to ride. I'll bring you a catalog from my house next time. Thanks, I appreciate it. Got a stuffed plush here like you would love. You're very welcome. Is she done now? Okay, so we're actually able to drop off multiple ones we couldn't before. Oh, she is done, I guess. Do you have a moment, Kia? Lloyd? Yeah, it's okay. Whoa, you didn't waste any time giving those plushes a home, huh? This really is a sight to behold. Aren't they all super cute? One thing, though. This one's not actually a plush. The manual says it's a costume that you're supposed to wear. A costume? Like for a mascot? I can see someone your size fitting inside it, actually. Really? Then? Want to help me put it on? Sure, but just so you know, it's going to be hot in there. Rather, these things can get real stuffy real fast. I'll be okay, probably. Besides, I need you to see how it looks on me. Okay. If she's this daring now, I can only imagine the antics she'll get into when she's my age. And we're set. How is it, Kia? Comfortable? Yep, I'm totally fine. It's kind of nice and cool in here, actually. Really? Guess they must have put a lot of work into the ventilation. Whoa. It's even cuter than I ever imagined. You mean it? It's too much. My heart can't take it. Are you there, Lloyd? You're taking so long to come down that we came to get you. Yeah, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Fair warning, don't step inside unless you're ready to have an adorable overdose. An adorable overdose? What in the world are you... Huh? Well, looky here, it's Elie and Tio. Top of the morning to you. What? This is a code red. Code red for cutie alert. You're so cuddly, Kia. What we have here should be inconceivable on this plane of existence. No Epstein Foundation lab could ever hope to reduce this level of pure, unfiltered adorability. Elie, Tio, can't breathe. I can only take so many hugs. What's all the ruckus out? Holy mother of Adios. Is that Kia? I want to hug her too. Make room, make room. I didn't expect to walk in on a crime scene. Multiple victims, cause of death, cuteness overload. Imagine having a lethal weapon like her on the battlefield. She could end wars as quickly as she started them. That might be more true than we realize. I surrender. Can you guys let go of me now? After a while, the girls finally regained their senses. An indefinite ban was placed on Penguin Kia for the safety of everyone in the building, lest they fall victim to her indomitable cuteness. Okay, so... Didn't think we'd be back here already. So yeah, Noel went up 2 hearts. Well, probably 1 for the item and then 1 just for completing everything. Whew, that one's almost maxed. Thing is, like, if we get more scenes with Kia and... well, we'll say there's no more with Kia. But we still have Fran, Sully, possibly Cecile. I don't know if the achievement is for unlocking theirs, or... okay, for a second I thought we might have had something for him. Is for maxing all their hearts, or if you have to... hey, 15 minutes, we're finally able to leave. If there's some sort of scene that triggers. Oh, you're back again, huh? Couldn't care less what you're looking to buy. Just make it quick, will you? Hard to read this magazine with you dopes gawking there like a bunch of rubberneckers. Think Jerome would be a little friendlier to some of his best customers. So if there were anything else you're looking to buy, like, you can do it now. It's just there's nothing here for us. Beep beep. Daddy's thinking about cars again. He really, really likes them. Aren't orbital cars just fantastic? It's too bad us regular folks can't get hold of them with how expensive they are. Oh well. Might be a tad unrealistic to expect prices to cut in half, even just a 20% drop would be much more affordable. Keep your speed to a minimum, please. Your cooperation keeps our city safe. If you don't know what she's doing there, she's blowing in a whistle. I should probably specify that, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a sound similar to that. I'm spotting fewer cars with international license plates lately. Do you suppose it's due to the mayor's independence proposal? Whatever the case may be, there's still plenty of traffic to direct and accidents to prevent. Now this is just my gut feeling, but it seems most of the younger generation is leaning towards us going independent. Kids these days, they know nothing of the stripes some of us have lived through, nor just how serious the ramifications of this may be. I don't remember what the quests are because I'm... Kapua, go to the airport, go to... yeah, we have to go to Michelin itself for that one. I have to cover a lot of ground. I'm probably going to have to split the patrol into 2 videos because I try to keep things under 2 hours for convenience to upload to multiple sites. Oh well, Nano's improved considerably compared to when she first started. At this rate, we'll have to hire a new waitress so I can bring her onto the line full-time. Some basil, some pepper, and just a pinch of salt. Great, now the meat is perfectly seasoned. Salteo's attitude towards work changed recently. It's almost like he's an entirely new person. Most notably, he started falling head over heels for every attractive lady that walked through the door. Good, good. Arkansas is debuting their revival performance the day after tomorrow. Want tickets, but everything for the next 2 months is sold out in the blink of an eye. Okay, so all hell's gonna break loose then, because I know what happens. I just didn't know when. Flavor is important, sure, but when it comes to culinary arts, presentation is what really pushes a dish over the bar. Looks like complete and total innovation doesn't count for much, though, as far as the theme of this showdown goes. I think I'll stick to putting my spin on a tried-and-true classic for now. We're going to do more sightseeing today. Before we do that, we gotta head over to the orbital store to stock up on photo quartz. My boyfriend and I were snapping pictures of Orcus Tower from all over town yesterday. We ended up using 2 whole photo quartz before we even realized it. Yeah, let's see one at that table. No one up here. Just wanted to do one last check to make sure we got everyone. There should not be any new issues in the newspaper yet. Shut up, you're quitting your diet? What, just because you have a cute face already you're gonna ditch me like that? We are so not besties anymore. You know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm done. No more dieting. I'm gonna find a man who likes me for being me. Welcome to Legion's Foods. If you're looking for the best ingredients in town, you come to the right place. We're offering a fantastic deal on Calvardian spring onions today. Let's see, what did my family put on the shopping list today? Since I'm still living off my parents at my age, I need to support them any way I can, even something as simple as shopping. Feels like Scott is a lot busier than usual these days. Good luck out there, Scott. Your future wife is rooting for you. Arguments about Crossbell's independence are getting more contentious by the day. Not only that, my family in Roma Fury wants me to go back to them before the situation here boils over. The thing is, I've always thought of Crossbell as my second home. So for now, I've decided to wait until the results of the referendum before I return home. Can't help but overhear chatter from our customers about the pros and cons of independence. While many citizens support it, many others fear Erebonian and Calvardian retaliation. This upcoming independence referendum has me on edge. Sure, it's only to gauge public opinion, but still have ramifications. As a Kelvardian citizen, I can't participate, but that hasn't stopped me from mulling it over. Just want to make sure that there wasn't anything there for me. There's something else I need to check, but I can't think of what it is. If everyone was as carefree as my mom, we'd all be a lot happier. This probably get annexed by Erebony in the blink of an eye, though. My husband had a scowl stamped on his face since the independence proposal. Apparently he has a lot of thoughts on the subject. We can go ahead and do the untangling for both of us. Me, I'm going to shop till I drop. Here are the shoes you ordered, Mr. Dudley. Thank you, Hanson, my good man. I'd like to try them on right away if I... What do you think you're doing here, Triple S? Apparently we're watching you put on high-heel shoes. Well... We were going to ask you the same thing. Those kicks look pretty costly. You special order shoes? What brand are they from? Well, thank you not to let me in with those logo-chasing imbeciles. These are custom-made. Wow, you're a tough customer to please. You get your loafers made to order? I just buy whatever's affordable. Like most people, like, because that's a sensible thing to do. And exactly what nonsense are you trying to squeak out, Bannings? Huh? You sound as though you're suggesting that handmade artisanal leather shoes are frivolous. Well, that's where you're wrong, Junior. I never said that. Leather shoes are more complex and profound than a rookie like you could ever comprehend. The more you wear them, the more they conform to the shape of your feet, the deeper their rich texture becomes. Only a fool would imply such harmony and bliss could be even remotely attained via bargained footwear. This feels needlessly overdramatized. I've never seen Detective Dudley so passionate about anything outside of work. My apologies for the tangent. Returning to the original topic at hand, I'm here on a well-deserved break. I'd like to enjoy it before I have to get to my next engagement, so make yourself scarce. Okay. If you don't mind, I'd like to very much try on the shoes I ordered. Don't interrupt me again if you know what's good for you. Mr. Dudley is one of my regular customers. He orders multiple custom shoes a year. Why? His passion, not to mention his particular taste, allow him to glean the complexity of fine men's footwear, much like myself. Okay. I don't have to worry about them for anything. What exactly do we want independence anyway? I can't wrap my head around these kinds of issues. Yeah, I guess I can always ask Southwark to explain it to me. It's time I start picking my brain on what gift to give my wife next. Bought her a brooch last time, so maybe I should step up my game and get her a flashy ring. The value of an accessory differs from person to person. For instance, my granddaughter gave me a handmade brooch the other day. While it may not be professionally crafted to me, it's more valuable than the rarest jewel you could ever find. I try to dress according to my mood before leaving the house, but sometimes my mood depends on how I dress. So if you ever find yourself feeling down, try adding more vivid colors to your outfit. You might just shine bright enough to drown out all the dull, gloomy blues. Yeah, I wish I could afford that for Noel there. Or this for the guys. Can you imagine Lloyd with 45% evasion? The only problem, though, is that the reach on his Tonfa is so bad he'd probably not even be able to counterattack anyway. That was the whole problem with Kurt and Cold Steel. Care for a balloon? No need to be shy, even adults can appreciate this little piece of childlike splendor. Haven't you ever felt like turning your brain off and living those days when you were young and naive? I've been thinking, is moving out and living on my own really the best call? On one hand, I want it more than anything right now, but on the other, I'm worried I get lonely. Then get a cat. It'll be the first of many for you. The Rune Company sells a plethora of products, most of which feature greater power and storage capacity. The Rune Company, on the other hand, prioritizes functionality and reasonable prices. That I could get behind. We definitely need to play Trails to Black now, or whatever they're going to call it. It's as if the two manufacturers reflect the character of their home countries. Amusing, isn't it? I tried asking Choco and Winnie for their opinions on my plan to remodel the store, but they dismissed it before I even had a chance to finish explaining. Honest to Adios, I don't think it's all that bad an idea. I can't even speak right now anymore. I'm interviewing for a job here at the store today. The wait has me on pins and needles. Take a look at these orbital appliances, aren't they gorgeous? Sure, they're basically the same, but their aesthetics differ wildly by manufacturer. What the heck is my dad doing here, and why won't he stop fidgeting? I have a bad feeling about this. So we need 70,000 mirror for those, plus, what was it, 10,000? Yeah, 10,000 for that one. So we need 80,000 mirror. Fernand wanted to remodel the store to look like the old workshop out of respect for the orbital engineering that goes into her products. But he doesn't realize the store is finally out of the red and with a loyal customer base to boot. Remodeling would just confuse them again. Maybe he wants to honor our craft and all, but this is a pretty short-sighted way of going about it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here for me to use, and we don't have quartz. I have the higher elements, but we've yet to replenish our stock of the lower stuff. And part of that is because we haven't had a proper dungeon. We've basically just retread old ground, and we're kind of out-leveled for those areas anyway, so they just don't keep up. I'm playing hide-and-seek with Ryu and Henri, but I can't find them at all. Where did they go? So you can see one of them back there. Hide-and-seek, I remember playing all the time back when I was little. Watching those kids have fun together really puts a smile on my face. Last time we played hide-and-seek, it went on until the sun went down. Wonder if Mom will actually manage to find us this time. I just don't get Benet. Since when did I raise that girl to be so allergic to compliments? Thought she'd have grown out of her awkward phase by now. Yeesh, is she a handful or what? Yeah, but that's Oscar's problem. Benet's newest bread has been flying off the shelves, which you think she'd be happy about. But now I can't go a day without her hollering about how my days are numbered before my reign is over. Man, you don't think she hates me, do you? Which one do you want, Chiruru? The new one's a good choice. New special's a good choice if you ask me. Sure, I'll go with that one then. It's kinda cute too. I know, right? It's the cutest. I'll make sure to stop by here to get go lunch before I leave for a trip. Look at this new bread they have, though. It's the cutest I've ever seen them make. I think I heard Benet's voice coming from the kitchen. Her latest bread is super popular, so I'm sure she's working hard to keep up with the demand. Stupid Oscar. What, is this all just a game to him or something? Still, that face he made after taking his first bite, it looked like he genuinely loved it. No, what am I saying? This is nothing but a ploy to catch me off my guard. Just want to make sure, like, Ryu wasn't hiding in the corner there where you can barely see him, even though Momo would see him, you know? Why don't we go to Gen 10 and watch Wendy work? It's not every day we get the opportunity. Maybe seeing your sister on the job will inspire you to follow in her footsteps. Shut up, Dad. I already told you I'm not going to be a stupid engineer. Stupid Dad. He wants to take me to go see how Wendy's doing at work today. Hardly ever gets any days off, so I wish he'd learn to spend them relaxing. Hopefully seeing your sister on the job will inspire you to follow in her footsteps, Fancy. You'll thank me later in life when you see how rewarding engineering is. Chiruru's back from another one of her little adventures. She's out with Katarina right now, though. It's hard to know both of my kids are blessed with such good friends in their lives. That's something I have to be thankful for. Huh, no one's here, but the door was unlocked. I got my hands on that CNS published travel guide titled The Many Famous Views of Crossbell. It features a ton of scenic locales that would make for perfect photo shoot material. Best one to take some trekking to get to, though. Where should I go next, I wonder? So if you remember, that was a quest for us in Zero that we did. I don't know if it would be there if you did not do the quest. I don't remember if it was mandatory or not. Very well could have been. Mr. Levick and his wife decided to take a little road trip today. They said they'd be going all the way to the state line. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Wish I could kick back and live the retired life like that. I was wondering where their car was. Sometimes I have my doubts that I'm getting to be anywhere near the architect my grandfather was. Pardon me, I should get back to my work now. My husband's thought of himself as inferior to his grandfather for as long as I've known him, but helping to design the exterior of Orcus Tower has done wonders for his confidence. It's his proudest works, as I'm sure he'd agree. No one's there. Mr. Graham seems terribly busy recently, and today is no different. He's been making more than a few trips in and out of his office. But yeah, just think, if I actually had Revelry right now, we could see Crossbell in full 3D, potentially. Because the place did change after Erebonia did you-know-what and stuff, and I'm curious to see how much it can restore in the aftermath, you know? My winter friends are playing outside today. Traffic's been getting worse lately, so I hope they remember to watch out for cars. Mr. Groom is holed up upstairs revising his Constitution draft again. He'll be up to his neck in work today, so I need to support him as best I can. Just want to make sure there's no one over there. So yeah, Ryu is not in this area from the look of it. We'll see if he turns up. Wow, I never knew you could bake cookies in a frying pan. Basic idea is the same, yes, though you do have to take care that the dough doesn't stick. There's more than one way to cook anything, dear. You do well to remember that. I will, thanks, Granny. All that's left to do is wait for them to bake up. Now try baking another batch by yourself, but now. Granny showed me how to bake cookies without an oven. Is there anything she doesn't know how to do? Totally have to show Sophia this later. It smells something sweet coming from downstairs. So is someone baking? Gotta get in on that action. Okay, so we'll be coming back here. I'll hit up the rest of the district then. That's one of the quests right there if you didn't see. Hey there, wanna play? We'll give you the time of your life, guaranteed. So we'll also need to remember to watch out for Ryu while we're there. If you ask me, humans as a whole are natural thrill seekers. So with that in mind, have it a round or two. Sometimes the excitement is its own reward. Only amateurs sulk out over losing a round. It is my hope that our guests will stand by their victories as well as their defeats. Those spoiled brats had a lucky streak to start with yesterday, but they lost it all in the end. But they didn't lose with dignity. Instead, they cursed us out and scampered away, tails tucked between their legs. Adius must be kicking herself for allowing such men to walk the earth. Welcome to Parker Casino. What are you waiting for? Go play your hearts out. So yeah, we do have the Tristan, remember? The Kagemaru who doesn't offer as much as I'd like. Oh well. 52U materials were in pretty good shape. I'll probably just use this to farm them late game if I need to. My spins keep coming up empty today. If I don't come home with at least as much mirror as I left, that old battle axe will split me in two. Come on, you dang tokens, get out of there. State independence is a perilous hornet's nest to poke when the balance of power in the underworld is still so volatile. I'm skeptical anything will become of the referendum at first, but everybody in Calvary will surely find a way to respond. Crossbell's in a tenuous enough position as is. If we're careless, the consequences could be grave. There's someone from over here. The revival performance is opening in 2 days. I couldn't get tickets for opening night, so to nobody's surprise, but I will be attending a show the following week. I'm so excited that night can't come soon enough. Do you think there's a secret strategy to winning at slots? I feel like some machines pay out better than others. Nowadays, not really. Arkansas is finally performing again in 2 days. You know what that means, right? More customers hungry for ice cream. Business will be booming again in no time. 2 days, just 2 more days until the big show. Can't wait to see what kind of chemistry Lady Elie and Sully have. How do you think they got to know each other? I'm dying to find out. I'll just have to let my mind fill in the blanks. Hey, Portia, you're drooling a little bit, and you're creeping me out too. Hello there, Triple S. We appreciate your visiting. I'm very regret to inform you that we're in the middle of a dress rehearsal for a revival production. Makes sense, the show's only a couple days away. I'd love to sneak a peek right now, but that probably wouldn't be cool of us. Correct, we should leave before we become too much of a distraction. Sorry to bother you. Oh, that saves us a lot of ground to cover. Our online reservation system has been earning rave reviews on the Orbital Network. Definitely there were more users overall. Not many guests utilize it at the moment. Still, I expect that we'll be receiving more bookings online than by phone once the Orbital Net becomes more publicly available. It's fairly common for our deluxe suites to go vacant at this time of year. Now would be the perfect time to reserve one if you're interested. So, the one dude should still be here. Is he already pulling a runner? Another hard day at work. Excuse me, I can't forget to smile in front of our guests. Doris has been working extra hard lately. She's always excelled at cleaning, but even now her customer service is stellar. Must be because of Aaron's guidance. I'm gonna bark like I never barked before today. Hey you, looking for a good time? Our club will make your wildest dreams come true. My rival host has invited her friends to boost her numbers. That's totally plain dirty. Fine, if that's what she wants, and then I've got a few tricks up my sleeve too. We're throwing a happy hour sale today. Wait till you get a load of our babes all glammed up. They're gonna knock you flat in your ass, or my name ain't Bishy. Live for the moment, guys. You never know what tomorrow will bring, so come on in and have the time of your lives. An interesting rumor came through my door today. Supposedly some Calvardian terrorists that evaded capture were arrested in Altair. Word in the underworld is that Hayway was tracking them as well. Hayway was on that train too? I noticed them, but it doesn't surprise me that they were hunting those terrorists down. So would he still say that if we didn't, or... I imagine, if anything, the scene may have been just Lloyd didn't respond if we didn't catch them. Wouldn't be so tired if that geese last night hadn't been so clingy. Kept telling him we're not that kind of establishment even. Dirty old goat. Sway leads the Crimson Co. Red Constellation's been laying low since the attack on the conference. Doubt we'll be able to get any info out of him right now. Better off not hanging around here. Imelda is using a communication device installed beneath the counter. Damn that man. The old fossil isn't picking up at all. What are you doing, Imelda? Oh, it's you kids. I was merely trying to contact Jurg to ask him about my new doll. Meister Jurg, you mean? Yes, but I haven't been able to get a hold of him all day. I'm sure he's there, but if he's in the middle of work, he won't be answering for a while. That's right. We learned that Imelda and the Meister knew each other when we took on that quest earlier in the year. Seems like a good chance as any to ask her about his studio. So what are you kids doing here? Did you need something? If it's antique you want, you know I'm always ready to make a sale. Not quite. We wanted to ask you a few questions. Lloyd asked Imelda about Meister Jurg and the Rosenberg studio. And why exactly are you kids snooping around about that place, We were just curious, that's all. Really, no. Well, alright, but it's not as though I know very much about Jurg myself. After all, he's a reclusive hermit who whittles his days away tinkering with dolls, hardly the talkative sort. I already mentioned that he's handling Arc-on-Ciel sets, but that's about all I can tell you. That wasn't as helpful as we were hoping. As long as I can make a profit from his dolls, I couldn't care less. That old coot's private life is hardly any business of mine. So much for them being pals, he's just a cash cow to her. Perhaps the professional nature of their relationship is the very reason they're still on good terms. Sounds like our only choice is to visit the man himself. You're right, let's go, guys. And we did get that for Elie. Like, I kind of wonder if the Master Quartz will level up faster later in the game, because we've crossed the halfway point and we've yet to master any of them. Only 2 more days until Golden Sun Silver Moon's revival production debuts. I can't bear to wait any longer. It's been almost a year since I opened this juice stall, and my sales have been pretty good, all things considered. I'm gradually earning loyal customers, and my recent strategy of selling limited-time juices has been paying off. Turns out manufactured scarcity works. Who knew? I don't get why our neighbors are so mean to us. What did Crossbell do to them? And how can people keep telling me I'll understand when I'm older? I wholeheartedly support us becoming independent. Call it blind patriotism if you want, but I've made up my mind. The only question is how we would protect ourselves from Imperial and Republican retaliation. I wish the two sides would hear us out, but I doubt it's going to be that easy. I heard about those cryptid monsters that have been cropping up outside of the city. The briefings we received said that they vanished after being defeated. Kind of spooky, you ask me. Those blue plants and the cryptids. Something about them gives me the creeps. We need to do whatever we can to get to the bottom of it all. Be careful out there, everyone. Don't worry, we will. Thanks for the support, Fran. We'll be counting on you. Pleural grass is the gnosis ingredient mentioned in the gold data, correct? What could possibly be causing it to suddenly start blooming all over Crossbell? Phew, that hits the spot. What's Detective Emma got there? Some sort of energy drink? I believe so. Perhaps she needs to get through the day. I know that label. That's Sport and X. Wasn't expecting a fuddy-duddy like you to go for something with so much oomph to it. Maisie, watch what you say. I'm only drinking this because I pulled an all-nighter. And so what if I am anyway? Is it really so strange for me to utilize an effective source of bodily fuel? Answer me, Lloyd Bannings. Me? I didn't say anything. That's what I thought. Regardless, what do you think you're doing loitering around here? Shouldn't you be off taking care of support requests or whatever it is you do? Right. Someone got in trouble. Thanks to you. There they are. I was wondering if they were even here. Hey guys, thanks for the help yesterday. Get a load of this. I had a dream about that old lady last night and she was the one chasing me. I feel like I didn't sleep a wink. I hope it's not contagious. She's the last person I want to see in my sleep. Better forget about her, but we'll never see her again, hopefully. I heard Raymond did a bang-up job yesterday, even if it was because he had your help. Still, chasing that kind of dealer right into a group of straggling terrorists from the conference? It's almost too crazy to believe. Okay, anyone here other than the receptionist? Welcome to the Crossbell Civic Center. If there are any events you'd like to host, fill out this application form and we'll see what we can do. Even General Affairs 2nd Division has begun to transition to orbital mail usage. Problem is, mastering something new at my age is a bit of a challenge. Learning to handle those infernal keyboards will be the highest hurdle of them all. Fancy seeing you here, Letty. Do you need something? Don't act so surprised to see me, mister. You left your lunch behind, so I brought it for you. What? I never even noticed. Thank you, dear. Sorry to make you come all the way over here. Miles does forget his lunchbox from time to time. Can't believe I ever forget to bring a lunchbox made with this much care and love. Good thing she thought to deliver it. I don't know what I'd do without her. State independence, huh? What a proposal. If you review Crossbell's history back to the Middle Ages, you'll see that this isn't the first time it's pushed for sovereignty. But of course, none of those attempts are successful enough to have a lasting impact on the present. 1 minute cooking, sweets, train fanatics. Hey guys, getting some reading done, Kia? Sure am. I'm looking for something to cheer Shizuku up with on my next visit. Still deciding what book to bring, though. This one's pretty interesting so far. But wait, that's from the Braille corner, isn't it? Kia, can you read Braille? Yep, is that a big deal? A big deal. Someone help me out, because I don't even know where to begin with this one. Did they teach you that in Sunday school? Nope, just picked up while hanging out with Shizuku. Do you know that Marka in the Witch of the Deep Forest has a Braille version too? That made it a lot easier to pick up. I get that rereading a book you're already familiar with would help, but still. Uncanny comprehension skills are hardly out of the ordinary for our Kia. Good morning and welcome to the Crossbell City Library. If you're looking for a book that's currently being borrowed, we'd be happy to reserve it for you. Feel free to ask me or the director to do so. Just remember I have to go shopping for dinner. No worries, Kia. There's still time before evening. More importantly, make sure you find a good book that'll help cheer up Shizuku. I will, thanks, Lloyd. I'll get those ingredients after, so don't spoil your appetite, okay? Wow, Kia's reading books all by herself. Gotta stay up so I can do that too. Kia's been leafing through books like no tomorrow over there. Suppose it's only natural that Abby would feel a little competitive. Let's wait for the guy. Alright, I'm fired up today. Let's see, what would be the most efficient route to take? So I don't want to report the quest yet. I've got an editorial meeting this morning. All this big news has stirred up a lot of debate, so the office has been pretty enthusiastic about covering it. I see, I was hoping for today would be the day. Unfortunately, no, Mr. Nielsen is in Mainz right now and won't be back until late. You may have been better off leaving a message saying you wanted to meet. Yeah, no kidding. In that case, could you let him know that I stopped by? I most certainly can. May I ask where you're staying? That way he'll know how to get back to you. I have a room at Long Lao over on East Street. Tell him to get in touch anytime. I'll drop wherever I'm doing the second he's available. Okay, I should go over my materials again before we have that meeting. We'll be discussing the independence issue, so I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Better make sure I know this issue inside and out beforehand, or I'm not gonna have much to bring to the table. There's Grace. Nothing like a morning dose of Java to get the juices flowing. You guys want some? All we got is canned right now, but it gets the job done. We're good, but thanks for asking. Suit yourselves? Anyway, I heard you guys killed with that cryptid extermination mission. I suppose, but where did you? Is there anywhere your eyes and ears don't reach? What can I say? It pays to have good sources in this line of work. Hey, I'm also looking out for you guys. Wouldn't want the Triple S to wind up in a hospital room. The first wealth is health, you know? It goes for you and me both. True enough, thanks for the concern. We'll hit up the bank and then talk to the people on the way out. Lovely morning, wouldn't you say? The weather's as pleasant as ever. No other place to enjoy it than here at this spot. The air is fresh and crisp and the view just can't be beat. There have been numerous reports of unknown creatures appearing around the state. The security department has limited anti-personnel tactics, so we know a fair bit about counteracting monster attacks. But that's no reason to get complacent. We have to be ready for anything. Prices have been taking an interesting turn in the Republic this morning. I'd be sitting pretty had I bought that stock I was eyeing earlier. Well, hindsight is always 20/20, isn't it? Nothing that can be done about that now. Yep, can't go upstairs to see Bell or anyone. Heard that the last remaining Calvardian terrorists from the trade conference were finally arrested yesterday. Apparently they were caught up trying to return to the Republic by rail. It turned into a huge incident. Must have been a real fright for the passengers. Doubt any of them expected to share a train with wanted fugitives. Acting CEO Miss Clow returned from a business trip yesterday. She's been rather busy catching up with our various departments since earlier this morning. These days Miss Clow is so busy that she can't always make time for lunch. That's why she often carries meal replacement bars with her while she travels. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a break after we do the harbor stuff. I'll probably fish while I relax. We're gonna have that independence referendum in just over a week, right? Which way should we go? I need to make up my mind pretty soon. Not to pat myself on the back, but today's noodles are top-notch. Give them a try. Pour my blood, sweat, and tears into them. Not literally, of course. I don't want to do this one yet. Calling all passengers to Michelin. The ship will be retiring shortly. Please board at your earliest convenience. One of the support requests came from the theme park, didn't it? It involved helping Michi in some way or other. Wonder what they need us to do. Does it truly matter? Michi needs our assistance. We have no time to lose. I think we all know what Teotot's stance is on this. Something tells me this is going to be one to remember. We shouldn't head to Michelin unless we're absolutely ready to handle that request. Should we get going? We'll leave it for later. Let's circle back to this one later. So, go here to start the mission. Well, Grandpa, your fishing rod was shaking like crazy just now. This is so exciting. Do you think you'll catch it? Just you wait, Amisa. Your old granddad is going to catch you a whopper. Take me to the beach. I want to go swimming. Looking forward to going to Michelin Center. Calling all passengers to Michelin. The ship will be departing shortly. Please board your earliest convenience. Look at you, you're giddy like a little boy. I'm still looking forward to this. We can't get to that theme park soon enough. And I need a moment to rest. Okay, let's head on over to East Street and do a little bit more. Alright, I'm off to work. Make sure you lock the door behind me, Hugo. Got it, Serena. Oh yeah, no skipping on your homework just because I'm not here. Okay, geez, I know. Little Hugo across the hall was recently given permission to watch the apartment by himself while his sister is out. I'm so proud of him. And she'll snitch if that little kid steps out of line that, do not envy to be him. Well, we've imposed on you long enough. Time for you to get back to work. Take good care of yourself while you're working here, okay, dear? Don't worry, Seppi, I will. So you'll be leaving soon then. I'm gonna miss you both so much. Thank you for looking after Una, Sepia. Let me know how much I love her. Let her know how much I love her. Well, we've imposed on you long enough. Time for you to get back to work. Take good care of yourself. Yeah, that's a repeat. We have to go back home already? Hope we can see Daddy again. Look here, Marie. I have a new toy for you today. Wow, it really does work. So that's supposed to be like that cottontail or ferntail or something like that thing that you wave in front of them and it gets their attention. Bond had to head to work early for an important meeting today. He's been much more motivated about his job ever since we moved here, and yet it doesn't get in the way of his love for his family. I'm blessed to have a husband like him. Grandpa's beard is really long. Yank. Ouch, easy now, Mailing. That's not what meant for pulling. Everyone I know has been talking about this referendum non-stop. It's easy to get wrapped up in all the discourse, but don't let it keep you from forming your own opinion. It's a matter that affects us all, so think long and hard about how you want to vote. My grandson Roy has finally found himself a job at a street stall, no less. I used to work at one myself back in my younger years. Getting a little nostalgic just thinking about it. In any case, I'm happy Roy is maturing. I'll be keeping a close eye on how this goes for him. Apparently, the independence proposal was something the mayor has been mulling over for some time now. I wonder how Speaker McDonald feels about the matter. If there's anyone whose opinion I'd like to hear, it's his. Imagine my surprise when I read the pleroma grass in your report was linked to the Testaments. We even had Scott and Lynn confirm the intel just to be extra safe. From the look of it, that grass is growing near every place those nasty cryptids popped up. It is unconfirmed as to whether or not they are the root cause. However, looking at things analytically, there is a correlation between the two. Can I ask how the bracer side of the investigation is going, Michelle? Our teams took out 2 of the 3 cryptids we were assigned yesterday. The plan for today is to finish off the last one, split up to investigate the areas each of them appeared in. Including the 2 we exterminated, I see. Who's to say they won't pop up again, though? Hope your guys and gals are careful out there. Oh, I'm sure they can handle themselves. We'll get in contact with the CPD if our investigations turn up anything, so you just focus on doing your thing. We can actually run into all of them except Arios, it looks like. Just want to make sure that book isn't something for us. Yeah, I don't think there's any new... Well, since we're in the middle of a chapter, odds of new stuff appearing like posters and books are kind of unlikely. Lord Lakelord praised me for my imaginative faculties the other day. A fisherman has to consider every detail of the fish below the water from how they look to how they live. He said that the ability to visualize those things is the hallmark of an ace angler. The Imperial Fishing Club is a collective of the very finest anglers in the land. Moreover, each line we cast provides feedback for improving any progress and development of the Lakelord Company. We are a substantial cut above those fools from the Fisherman's Guild who do this for fun. With the Viking rod, I can now challenge them, I should mention. I did fish out a queen crab at the harbor. I just got fire set with, so I didn't bother trying to do it again. Apparently the independence proposal was something the mayor's been mulling over for some time now. I wonder how Speaker... I already read hers. I didn't realize who she was at first. Moore is out playing with Mei Ling today. It's been too long since he got a day off to spend with his granddaughter. You should have seen how happy they looked. Most freshwater fish tend to have this musty, earthy smell. However, temporarily soaking them in large quantities of milk can help remove the scent. They're a little trickier to prepare than saltwater fish, to be certain. I think my husband and sons finally understand how difficult it is to do the daily chores. At this point, they're practically on the ground begging for my help. My little housework strike worked like a charm. Lily was the one who came up with the name for my stall. Ever since I told her I wanted to start my own business, she's been supporting me in all kinds of ways. I'm lucky to have such a good friend. Didn't try to start this business without a plan or any expertise at all. In fact, I was the one who got him a business permit, not to mention the stall. What can I say? I've always looked out for that dummy. I'm slowly starting to perfect my shopping route. Being frugal sure takes a lot of time and energy. No kidding, man. I finally cranked out a pinwheel good enough to be sold in store. Feels so good to see something I made get put on display like this. Every pinwheel I sell rotates just a little bit differently. That's the sort of one-of-a-kind quality you can only get from handcrafted goods. Sadly, the average customer would never notice something so subtle. It certainly was, Armand. We had such a wonderful time yesterday. Elie, Armin, wasn't yesterday just amazing? I don't remember who they were. Not gonna lie, the whole thing with NIS has me really distracted right now. Is the usual girl not waiting the tables today? Thought something seemed off. Bust the tables, take the orders, carry the food. I'm so busy my head's spinning. Mommy, the table's kinda sticky. Did they forget to clean it? The sweater seems awfully unreliable. Least you could do is bring us our food already. Daddy and Finn told me to handle the register today. Buck and Roos look like they're having a tough time keeping up, though. Are they going to be okay? Man, Puck and Roos have some nerve. They demanded that we both give them better jobs to do. I remember when I used to act like that. Master always gets so mad at me. I've got to learn that there's nothing wrong with doing chores. Hot, and this walk is way too heavy. No stopping, move it. Sorry. The secret of fried rice is cooking it over high heat. That way you develop a nice, crispy texture without it burning and sticking. Really? I had no idea. Watch what you're doing. Keep your eyes on the pan. I'm sorry, Master. I knew commuting here was going to be tough, but wow. Still, the people of Lotus Heights are like a second family to me. Even after getting accepted into St. Ursula, I just can't find any to live anywhere else. Oh, where's Gable at? Bingo. My goodness, this is amazing. Did you prepare these beans, Gable? I did, but it's been a long time since I cooked for myself, so I made too much. Glad to hear you like them. Thank you for going out of your way like this. Actually, it gives me a wonderful idea. If you have any more leftovers, why not share them with the other tenants? I'm sure everyone else would love them too. You really think so? And they're linked. I doubt she's here. Nope. Me and Mommy watched Elie for work this morning. Today's the first day of his new construction job, so he said his clock-in time was flexible. I don't know what that means, so I'm just glad I got to see him. Wilson got assigned to another project at a new construction site. Day after day, he works his hardest to support his family. Words can't express how grateful I am to have a loving husband like him. Finally got 1,000 Mira in my pocket. At least I did, before the casino ate it all up. I don't even remember how many tokens 1,000 Mira gets you, but I don't think it's that much. Sad part is, he had more than we do. They tell me a referendum on our independence as a state is going to be held soon. Dear me, I'm not even sure what that entails. I just suppose I'll have to read up on it. Where are the brats at? Oh, I remember now. So we're going to deal with Vault this chapter, aren't we? Yo, Jed. Koki and Dino still not back yet. Just give them some time. They got some extra stuff to look into. Guess you didn't dig up much on your end either, huh? About that. Sorry, we got nothing. We hit up all his usual spots, but there's no one seeing him around. Figures. Seriously, where the hell is Vault? Damn, this place is such a drag with that Vault here. We grilled everybody we could find out there, but no one has any clue where Vault is. No way he could have skipped town, right? Seriously, where the hell is Vault? Doesn't look like Vault's been back at his place in a while, so where's he been crashing this whole time? You rarely see any fights around here anymore, and you know what? I don't miss them. Let's see, next up I gotta maintain some orbital lamps. Think I had 5 of them to take care of. Reckon I'll knock this out before lunchtime. Is something wrong with our waiter? He's been spacing out this whole time. I just couldn't keep myself away from this place. The atmosphere is so cozy and chic, I love it. The Saber Vipers have begun mounting a search for Vault. Apparently no one's seen him these past several days. Not even once, huh? Where would a guy like that slink off to and why? Fair to assume you haven't spotted him either, right? Not for a week, no. Before then, he would at least show his face every so often. I was afraid you'd say that. Worry not, Wazy. Vault has only been missing for a few days now. I'm sure there are plenty of other matters that warrant your attention. I can't deny that. Thanks for keeping me on track, Amos. Keen's been mulling over what to do with his future for a while now. Thing is, his family's well off and he's always been a smart guy. If you ask me, he could probably do anything he puts his mind to. Guess it's not that simple. Everyone has to figure out at their own pace. There's things to figure out at their own pace. 2 guys from the Saber Vipers came by yesterday. They looked up to no good, and I was sure they were about to start some trouble on our side of the neighborhood. But as it turns out, they weren't looking to fight. They just wanted info on Vault. What's that guy doing anyway? Doesn't he realize how worried his crew is about him? I always wanted to become a doctor like my dad back when I was a kid. But eventually some part of me realized that I could never be on his level. Never mind, forget I said anything. Well, life's going nowhere fast. Why can't I just commit to something? Ashley ordered glass after glass of my special cocktails. She said that when you get past the taste and appearance, they'd be perfect for the battlefield. Wait, that is a compliment, right? Anyway, she definitely gave them her stamp of approval. Here, you can try some too. Brown liquid. I'll pass, thank you. But if you're curious, let's see what it does. Oh, 20% EP. A brown goon no one should ever touch barehanded. Never. So there they are. Whoa. You boys talking about that Enigma on display? Watch this. Hold it to your ear and voila, you got an orbital phone. Holy crap, you're right. Yeah, don't the bracers and police use these things? Wazy too, I think. What if we ask how much these things normally sell for, Ashley? They're all made to order, so on the up and up, about 100k minimum. But if you're interested in one of our knockoff models, I can be a little more flexible. So you guys want one or not? Did you say 100? That'd be like buying 1,000 one-mirror chocolates all at once. 100,000 one-mirror chocolates, jeez. You do sound like someone just read you your rights. Just imagine, that could fill the entire room. 100,000 mirror, I've never seen that much in my life combined, let alone all at once. Things sure are noisy today. Since when was my store a hangout spot for the neighborhood rugrats? Hey Jingo, we came to hang out. You guys got food here, right? Give us some. Sure, if you guys can pay for it. Got any Miro? We did, but we spent it all yesterday. We ate a whole bunch of meat. You do everything more than 2 seconds ahead, do ya? Come on, Jingo, be cool and get some food. Just call them samples. You don't look starving to me. Come back when you're skin and bones and then maybe we'll talk. You're just as much of a meanie as your mom, Jingo. I don't know about you guys, but I miss Cerberus right now. Don't you worry about these two, just pretend they ain't even there. Anyway, we got some good stuff in today, same as always. Want to make some trades? And there's nothing new in her inventory we looked at before, so we can just be on our way and try to save some time. Basically, I will not be shopping there until we hit next chapter. So, I keep forgetting to go to Station Street. Apparently someone jumped onto the roof of a train from this platform yesterday. One of the biggest train buffs in town, so I get the appeal, but respecting the rules of the rail always comes first. What if their crazy stunt got a passenger hurt, or worse yet, the train? I swear, the nerve of some people. Crossbell is enormous, I honestly should have expected it. Do wish I bought a guidebook at the very least. Maybe we shouldn't. The station workers are just gonna get mad at us. Let's play hide and seek in that train station today. I call being it first. Can't go there yet. So, off to St. Ursula we go. So remember, there is something at the airport. Actually, it's probably that guy right there, so, yeah, let's just hop over to St. Ursula. I wonder if it's faster to take the car. Since we don't have to worry about the bus pulling up. Brazers seem to be pretty active lately. I've heard them talking about strange monsters appearing all over the state. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Shizuku had a positive outlook ever since her latest surgery. That girl refuses to give up, so there's no excuse for the rest of us. We have to stay optimistic. That's right, we'll keep our hopes high and do all we can for Shizuku. Can we catch anything here? Viking with carp. Pirarugu. So that's one of the fish you do need. It's just we didn't need it now, we already had it. Hello there, Triple S. Lynn, Elie, what brings you to St. Ursula today? Another bracer request, perhaps? We're taking a little breather and doing some prep work before we go back to investigating the cryptids. Plan is to check out the sandbar on Ursula Road where you exterminated that one from yesterday. We're hoping to find some sort of link between the cryptids and that paloma grass your report mentioned. Oh, and Arios is back to work, just so you know. He'll be handling the last cryptid that was assigned to the guild. All by himself, huh? Anything we can do to lend a hand? I think we have it under control. Although I could use some hugs and kisses from Tio to perk me up in case we run into any more trouble. You will survive. So cruel. I'd be more concerned for her if she didn't act this way. In other words, there's nothing to worry about. We can take care of ourselves, you guys. Just keep doing what you're doing on your end. Got it. Good luck, you two. Stay safe out there. We're heading to the sandbar on Ursula Road to look for into that connection between the bluegrass and the cryptid. Don't worry, we can take care of ourselves. You six just do your own thing. About that paloma grass, by the way, the report you submitted said that it was also the key ingredient in Gnosis. The orchestrated the cold incident while King Gunter manufactured a large quantity of the drug before his demise. That raises the question, where had he harvested enough paloma grass to do so? Looks like I still have a bit of time before today's lecture. My show isn't here yet, so I may as well sneak in a little study while I eat my breakfast. So, let's see. Hey there, welcome to Electia. Can I help you to a meal? Sorry, we're from the CPD Special Sports section here about a request we received. To explain the mission to get the gourmet recommendations, gourmet guide. Did I not say? Oh, no, I did load. Son of a... So yes, you will see this scene the first time you come here. It's just... I didn't save it, and I loaded the game afterwards, so I didn't have to do some stuff, so yeah. It's just one problem. What do you mean? Dish him offer needs a lot of time to cook properly. Unfortunately, I just plumb ran out. So sorry, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until I've whipped up another round. It's a bad break for us, but if there's no dish, there's no dish. Pardon me, how much time will it take before a new batch is ready? Just started on one the day before yesterday, so should be done about 24 hours from now. Come see me tomorrow and hook you up. It simmers for 3 whole days? Must be some rich flavors are drawing out. I look forward to tasting the final product. You're gonna love it, just don't forget to drop by again once it's done. So the timings were different. It started yesterday and needs 48 hours, now it's down to 24 since a different day, and yeah. That's how I know that's the last one, in case you're wondering. Nope, someone is here. You know, I never understood why we have this container full of dolls for warring off evil spirits. Just how the heck did it even get here? We may never know. According to Mr. Clark, it's going to rain all day starting tomorrow, so that you can now find weather forecasts right on the Orbital Network. My gosh, world's advancing it's advancing more and more by the second now. Pretty amazing, don't you think? I heard Sarone being chewed up by the nurse administrator earlier. That girl can never keep her nose clean. A bit of scolding now and then might do her some good. I'll go and stick up for her, of course, once I see a good chance to cut in. It feels as though the odds of Shizuku recovering her eyesight are as low as ever, but the patient hasn't given up, then neither can I. On the Salem name, I promise not to rest until I find a successful treatment for that girl. And let's see who's here. Oh, Cecile. Hi, Cecile. Good morning, Triple S. Hello there, Lloyd. What brings all of you here? Did you want to pay Shizuku a visit? Yes, we did. We're not interrupting, though, are we? Not at all. I just came to tell you that Michael sent her a letter from the Le Mans state. I was going to ask her if she wanted me to read it. Did you say Michael? Isn't that the boy Dr. Salem operated on? Yes, he was also staying on this floor, so the two of us became good friends. We promised to exchange letters with one another when he left the hospital. From regular pals to pen pals, eh? It's not uncommon for St. Ursula to receive letters from former patients like this. Sadly, it doesn't easily find the time to respond, what with the sheer volume of our workloads. Still, it's nice to hear from them. Knowing that someone I cared for is leading a happy, healthy life never fails to give me a boost of energy. Sounds like you, Cecile. I bet you put on a lot of love and care in every reply you make. Perhaps you should have been writing letters to Martha as well. I'm sure she'd like that. She was so happy after see you for the first time in years. It's never too late. You're always welcome to give it a shot. I'll consider it once our work slows down. Now then, I'll just go ahead and read this letter for you. Dear Shizuku, how have you been? I'm doing well myself. I've been praying to the goddess every single night for her to help you see again. He hasn't changed one bit. It's so good to hear from Michael again. That was a fairly short letter. Did he send her a postcard or something? Oh, he included a photo too. It's of him and his parents. They seem so happy. I can't wait to see it. So yeah, saying a photo, like, they'd have to describe it to her, and Cecile's not the most verbose when it comes to that type of task, it seems. A friend of mine came to visit me the other day. Hospitalized over a thrown-out back. What an embarrassment. Here I was hoping no one would find out. Must have been my mother who leaked word of it. How cruel can she possibly be? That's right, your recovery has been progressing well. I'm sure you'll be discharged before too long. Is that right? Well, that's just delightful to hear. I have handed you Dr. Litt, and you really know your stuff. I'm glad you were the one assigned to me. Oh, really? I don't know what to say. I admit being under the care of so young a doctor had me concerned. But as it turns out, this Linton fellow really knows his stuff. Dr. Linton, huh? I like the sound of that. I heard Dr. Salen's going back to the drawing board to come up with a procedure to restore Shizuku's eyesight. Thank goodness, she seems so down about what happened that I was starting to avoid her. I'm glad she's already shifted back into focus. Not that I'm surprised. Dr. Salen's got nerves of steel. She could stay calm and rational through any crisis. Ooh, the gauntlet has been thrown. Honestly, Sarone, how many times must you make the same mistake before you learn? But Martha, I told you this one isn't my fault. I know I did it right. If there's a mistake here, it's on their end. It has to be, I swear. I telling you, there must have been some mistake on their end. Why won't you believe me? Do you really expect me to buy that? I'm hardly in the wrong for not believing you after the countless mistakes you made in the past. And then it turns out she's right, they apologize, they become the best of friends, yada yada. I've seen her that song and dance before. When the surgical department was established, some found the practice invasive, inhumane even. But these days, I feel people have reached a deeper understanding of what benefits the surgical side of medicine can offer. The field has a lot to offer, has had a lot of great pioneers who've demonstrated its merits. They deserve our gratitude and much more. I keep myself busy during my stay here by reading this year's back issues of the Crossbell Times. The assassination attempt on former Mayor McDowell, the anniversary festival, and the Colt incident. Boggles the mind to know that we've experienced all that in the span of just a few months. I've been fretting over leaving my husband alone with the kids at home. He never has been the best caretaker. He tells me he's taken up cooking, though. That can only be a good thing, I hope. If the kids get hungry, they'll cannibalize. I have an appointment scheduled for this morning, and guess what? I was able to schedule right on the Orbital Network. Now that's what I call convenience. Shizuku's bravery is always so inspirational to the nursing staff. We owe it to her to keep the faith and give her our full support. Welcome to St. Rosa Hospital. This is the reception desk for outpatients and visitors. We also offer appointment scheduling for follow-up exams on the Orbital Network. Give it a try if you're interested. We've been taking more follow-up appointments via the Orbital Network lately thanks to the new legislation that's been enacted. Perhaps if Crossbell became independent, it could grease the wheel for even more helpful laws in the future. It makes me wonder how the referendum will turn out in practice if it passes. The human body has the innate ability to repair injuries and cure illnesses all on its own. Most remedies developed and prescribed in the field of internal medicine are designed to accelerate those self-healing capabilities. That same philosophical base is also employed by the Church, and so too do we physicians ascribe to it. Linden's been making far more rounds around the hospital than he used to. I'll show him. Does he think he's going to be in the next Rising Star of St. Ursula? Not in my watch, Buster. Oh, I've got it. By using the same principles as photoquartz, it may be possible to send optical feedback to the brain as an artificial visual aid. No, that won't work. I should figure it would take a lifetime to develop this. Chief Ursuline has been running herself ragged with her research ever since Shizuku's surgery. Apparently she's looking into the possibility of employing the use of orbits to correct Shizuku's eyesight. Amazing, isn't she? I don't know if it'll work, but the chief really knows how to think outside the box. I recently got the sense that something is troubling my son Keen's. This hospital keeps me busy enough, and now my private life is just as stressful. If I'm not careful, I'll end up giving myself a stomach ulcer. Then I'd be forced to have Lago treat me. I hurt my hip doing housework. I hate getting older. You kids should watch out. You'll be having your midlife crises before you know it. I rode the bus here all by myself today. Pretty grown up of me, huh? It's this one. We're gonna make a small detour. I don't know if I had any of those before. Could definitely use the water. A lot of fire there. Be a fish or a human like me, we're all brothers born in the sea. Well then, my boy, you met my conditions just fine. Alright, no time to waste. Let's have ourselves an angler's duel. Like I said before, the terms of this duel will be sudden death. Take turns casting our rods. The first one who fails to reel in a catch will be the loser. So, Sharkman the Ocean's Edge to a sudden death duel. That's a spirit. Let's get this thing started. Do they tell you what he catches? Get a load of this. A piranha. I won't lose. So... Pure Ruku. So I don't actually get the stuff out of it even though I'm using my bait. That sucks. Arowana. Another one. This one's slightly bigger. You're pretty good, kid. Exact same size as the one we just caught. That one was big. That might be big enough to get us the other one. Because I don't know if I've caught anything that big yet. Arowana. Smaller one. Huh. Wonder how big the piranha normally is. I think if we get it here, we win.
Yosh! Get to that!
Oh. Okay, these are starting to come faster. Oh man, I was hoping it would be a boot or something. Come on, I'm running out of bait. So that's the only combination we can catch with that, I guess. I need to look and see like what I'm missing in terms of items by catching all of these. Could have had it. I screwed up. Never thought I'd lose to a pretty boy like you. Take this. It's proof that you tamed the ocean's edge. So we turned Sharkman into sashimi and you all saw it. Thanks. On that note, this calls for a title. From now on, you're the Ocean Tamer. I know it makes you want to puff your chest out, kid, but don't get cocky. Don't forget, I'm Sharkman, the Ocean's Edge. In other words, my home turf is out in the open blue. If it's been a sea fishing duel, you'd have been torn asunder. Right. Okay. I'm gonna need to catch some more carp when I get the chance. Crimson, wow, that's a big fish. Really ugly, too. Crimson hook. Holy, this is one scary-looking haul. Kinda looks like a piranha. Maybe it's a rare one. Can we see what that thing is that it dropped? Part of a Fable fishing set. And here's the heartbreaking part. Space and... aw, man. Could you... I could have used that freaking mirror, man. Oh no, the salamander is bigger than it, and this is the biggest one yet. One of Crossbell's guardians. We actually have his mark there. So is that something you can equip, I wonder? team rush chance up. So, yeah, you hit harder a little bit, and you can't dodge for crap. I'd rather not use that. This case we made for the metal luster, though. Need to get machete paws for her. Really tempted to give that to him. I want the evasion. Oh, we can put it on her. For a second there I was wondering, like, where'd the car go? And then I remembered we took the bus. Luckily, Crossbell's not that rough a place. Let's go to the garage. Oh, it's just you guys. Scared me, I thought you were Momo for a second. Ryu, this is part of the Triple S building. You can't just slip in here like you own the place. Come on, Lloyd, sharing is caring. Now do your pal Ryu a solid and keep quiet about where I'm hiding, okay? Don't be a narc.
よし行くかどこに行こうかな